Good evening and welcome for once again another match of Dota 2 for 4PL Cup number 11. And this time we are gonna see CLG taking it up against KP. And that's not the only thing. I will also be joined by my co-caster Doug. Welcome to this match, which should be a really good one. I have high hopes for this match. Let's just say that.
Oh yeah, I mean we pretty much casted both of these teams in the previous rounds, so it's definitely going to be interesting to see who's going to be able to come up on top in this game. On KP, it's going to be Asana. So as I recall, he was from Team FM. So and they were a pretty they made a huge hype back then. All right, that's all I gotta say for that. And CLG, obviously, you know most of the players: Misery, Pycat, Miracle, and then they got two sit-ins. The Calicula. Oh no, Calicula is with the team, right? And Nikwa is sitting in for this game.
Yeah, I think Calicula is not from. I don't think that. I think he's a stand-in. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure of that, unless it's Aki or something. But it's two stand-ins there for CLG. They've already banned out the TA as well as the Lycanthrope. Rubik and Anti-Mage and the Naga Siren get banned out. Anti-Mage in the mix there as well. I'm very happy to see that. Hopefully maybe Morphling ban out here for Misery, because if you ban out the Anti-Mage, you're kind of already saying, like, okay, we're thinking about picking up the Morphling. They ban out the Chen, however, though, having that one, and it is indeed the Morphling that's going to be the first pickup. No real surprise there, as the Darkseer made it through the picks and bans, and he'll be picked up by Misery. So let's see if they're going to combine that with an Enigma, or if they're going to pick up something else. If they're going to go for something, well, rather like a Tyrant or something, Shrek that gets picked up early on at this stage of the game. But Darkseer making it through.
They could also pick up the Invoker, as you mentioned, that Nikwa plays a good Invoker, right?
Yeah, that is indeed true. And it will be a Shadow Shaman, however. Quite an unorthodox picks at this stage of the game. I'm not a hero that you normally see banned out, but it could be a hero that could be picked up later at a later stage of the game. And we have seen him played as support a lot lately, mostly in combination with an Anti-Mage though, and Anti-Mage is already banned out, so curious to see what they're going to do with that. First though, KP is going to be able to pick first. They can still pick up the Enigma if they're worried that the Dire will pick them up afterwards. I mean, they do have a jungle hero needed if they're going to duel in that Morphling. It will really depend on what they do. And of course, Enchantress is still in the pool as well, but they go for the Invoker set, and they will indeed pick up at the Enigma, just to make sure that that's not going to go to the Dire side, and have a solid jungle hero, which will, regardless, get more gold than the Enchantress in the jungle, if Enchantress would be in the jungle for the Dire side. We'll see that, though, if they want to go for that. What do you expect?
Yeah, but Enigma, he manages to farm a bit faster compared to Enchantress, but at the same time, his ganking potential during the early game is much lower compared to the Enchantress. Enchantress pretty much Enchantress creep and then can jump into the lane and then start killing / harassing heroes. Whereas Enigma, he needs level 2, and even level 2 is just a 2-second, or it's not even a 2-second stun. It's just like one burst of Malefice. It doesn't really do that much anyway, so they definitely need more to kind of make that happen. Currently, it's going to be Morphling, so he's going to have a support. Maybe not, most likely he will. As for the Shadow Shaman pick, though, I really like this because, as I mentioned before, the Hex is a really good counter to the Morphling. But like you said before, it's really kind of weird for them to be picking it right off the bat. It's not a hero that's going to be likely banned, and it's just they kind of wasted it, and they could have probably picked up the Invoker or the Enigma with that second pick as well. So instead, they're gonna throw that away, give it to KP, and they're gonna pick up a Storm Spirit. I think this is fairly interesting. The Storm Spirit does actually do a fairly good job of flanking heroes, position-heavy heroes such as Enigma, Invoker, picking those guys off from the back, and they can't really be too focused on passing spells and whatnot. So that's definitely not a bad pick, but again, he picks it during the third, as a third pick, so not really seeing whether or not they'll be able to kind of get too many counters against that. Right now, looking into the second ban phase, CK and Lone Druid has been banned. They don't want to deal with the epic stun coming from that CK or the pushing potential coming from the Lone Druid. And as for the Dire side, they decided to ban the CM and a Disruptor, so getting rid of some of the good supports that could be benefiting the Radiant team in this case.
Yeah, and they pick up a Brewmaster to have that. A Brewmaster we have seen solo laning before. Who might be going up solo lane against middle against the Storm Spirit, should be able to survive pretty well because he's a very tanky hero with a Morphling then on a dual lane Invoker. Actually Invoker Storm Spirit could be the case as well. But we have seen Brewmaster soloing before. And they might still pick up the Shadow Demon as a support here though, because we all know with Brewmaster, Shadow Demon, regardless of which stage of the game it is, if they're going to be laning together or not, Shadow Demon Brewmaster is a great combination. You disrupt the target, Brewmaster can walk up to the target and clap right after up a, hopefully for him, a soul-catched unit, soul-catched enemy hero, which does a lot of damage. So we'll see if they go for that support, as their other supports are indeed banned out. Well, we still have the Venomancer, of course, as well, which could be a good one at that. First though, Dire has got their chance to pick, and what are they gonna do? They have picked up the Storm Spirit, so already indicated we're going for mid-game. Storm Spirit, however, like you said, picked as third, giving the Radiant plenty of opportunity to think about how they're gonna counter him, because they picked up the Brewmaster, which is really, if you're going to gank a Brewmaster as a Storm Spirit, you're not going to be able to kill him. First, he is too tanky. Second, he might use his ultimate and turn around on you, and you would be dead. In which case, that would not be very enjoyable either. So they really now have to do something about how to deal with that Brewmaster, how to deal with that Morphling, and they're going to go for the Queen of Pain. And there's a combination with the Darkseer that we see a lot, as in vacuum into a sonic wave. It does a lot of damage, so that will be something that they can look forward to there. And of course it is a hero that once again says CLG is gonna go for mid game. And well, what do you expect that they would want to complement their lanes with both teams actually, because both teams are gonna go into the last pick right now.
Yeah, it doesn't really seem like either team has any like really good supports. Whichever support that they're going to pick now is going to be heavily, and I mean heavily, just drained of his gold and experience, because he's going to be warding so much, and it's going to be a Keeper of Light for KP. Keeper of Light in this case, well, doesn't really need that much farm, but could use boots, because if he doesn't have boots or some sort of levels or tanky items during the mid game, Stormtrooper is just going to be just picking on him left and right in team fights. On the Dire side, they're going to pick a Sand King in this case. And most of these heroes is very, very experience heavy, so I'm not really seeing how they're going to be able to lane this and allocate the experience needed, because Sand King needs to hit level 6 fairly quickly. So does Shadow Shaman. Darkseer, of course, another hero to talk about that as well. Stormseer, Queen of Pain is going to be in the solo, so not too much to worry about that. So not really seeing, they don't really have a hard support that's going to be able to commit to warding from the Dire side.
Yeah, well, we have seen Shadow Shaman in that hard support role before, so he'll probably take up that one for his team. And indeed, what I see when I see the Dire's lineup, I see a vacuum into a sonic wave into an epicenter, which will wreak havoc, and anybody that tries to get away will get vortex. And maybe even if Shadow Shaman is level 6, he will be able to have a words in the middle of all of that. That will be painful and as hell for the opponent team that gets hidden. And of course, like you said, I mean, Keeper of the Light has to be really careful in this game. He is the one of those heroes on the Radiant side that's gonna be picked up, just like the Enigma actually on this side. Let's jump over the players who's playing what. We have got Dota 1, otherwise known as Pass, playing the Brewmaster. Pyrelite Dai is Keeper of the Light. Koikva on his Morphling once again with Mysterious Guy on the Invoker. We've seen him play Invoker in a lot of games that we saw today as well as yesterday, and he's playing a killer Invoker at that. And this guy is actually Asuna, who will be playing the Enigma for this match, and we see that someone disconnected from this game, which is a caster. That reminds me, there is another English cast for this match as well. You can follow him on Twitch, and you can find him under the name of Bill's Carriage, so go check that out if you rather want to listen to it.
Actually, I think, oh, sorry for cutting you in. I think Bill might be going off to cast the other game, because I think the other game is up by now. Oh. Maybe not.
We'll
yeah,
see. If he comes
that doesn't matter.
Let me know it.
But yeah. So, alright, let's introduce the Dire team now. We have Misery playing the Sorcerer, Pycat going to be playing the Kasha, Miracle is going to be playing the Rasta, Nikwa is going to be playing the Sand King, and Darkseer is going to be soloing bottom, and it's going to be played by Kalakula.
Yep, and he'll be soloing it up against the Morphling. By the looks of it, should be fine for both accounts, to be fair.
it's very interesting to see the Storm Spirit go into the side lane, but instead of the Akasha, because I think Quap would have actually done a much better job in the side lane, because her blink is actually still fairly useful in this lane. Whereas Storm Spirit, a lot of walking space now, and he's going to be supported by the Sand King, so he's not going to level as fast compared. And it is going to be Keeper of Light and Panda in this case at top. So Storm Spirit might gotta position himself very carefully during the early phases, and he might be very susceptible to ganks. Enigma sending some creeps towards mid. That's going to be the deny for the Invoker. So Invoker is going to be able to get some push, or at least get the creeps pushing towards him to get some easy CS.
Yep, and we already saw some harassment on the top lane. In the meantime, sorry for the cat sounds that you hear in the background. But he wants to play, and I can't play right now. But that is why he is complaining. But yeah, we saw some harassment on the top lane. Sand King doing what he does, burst striking that is, and Keeper of Light already taking a lot of damage from that, but 8 tango, so should be fine. But there's one upside: if you don't have that much HP, you can keep it up with your tangos pretty easily. We have a pause coming off from Crab Packet, which will give me the opportunity to snap at the cat and make sure that he is staying quiet a bit more than he was before. I don't know why we have a pause actually. It is a Queen of Pain that pause. In the mid lane we have got a disconnect, but that is from a observer. Whoa. What?
Yeah. Oh, that's an observer. It looked orange, so I was like, wait, did a player drop out? But no, that's not anyone. That's an observer. Okay, so yeah, false alarm. But yeah, the pause is still on at the moment. There is going to be a pole at top that's going to be used towards these small cap here. Quite honestly, they're pretty much confused as well. Someone's lagging or something.
Yeah, that's
yeah, that's going to pull the wave back. Sand King right now, unfortunately, because of that, he's not going to be able to get any farm or experience in this case from the pole cap. Rasta is going to get it instead. Rasta do want to hit level 2. I do think getting the Ether Shock as level 1 was a mistake. As a support Rasta, you do definitely want your 2 disables and kind of get a lot of levels in that as well. You're not going to get a lot of levels, so you can't really have that mana capacity to nuke left and right. So I think that was a bit of a mistake on Miracle's part to be getting that. But then again, it's Miracle, so I think he does play a lot of solo characters himself, right? So
yep.
He knows how to handle himself in that case.
And we have seen this before also on the top lane, at least with this creep stack and other creep stack as well. Shadow Shaman will be able to be almost a full jungle hero. I mean, they don't have a real jungle hero, but we do now see a Shadow Shaman jungling, and he can do that with the creep stacks that he is pulling, and even double stacks that he is making with that. As he will be able to pull those towards the creep as well. So he will be getting experience, and with his Ether Shock as well, you'll be able to help extra farm that jungle, which will mean that they will not be put on the back foot that much with an Enigma on the opponent's side in the jungle that is of course able to farm still faster than the Shadow Shaman, but at least they're not put down that much. And with this Sand King actually staying back so far, I mean, he's barely gotten any experience, and he's giving all that experience to the Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit is already leveling fast on this Brewmaster, as well as then a Keeper of Light who's been getting level 2 to be able to get his Chakra as well as his Illuminate. So they're actually doing pretty well on this top lane for the Dire team, as in for the last hits on the Brewmaster, he's got a 5 for 5, so at least getting something at that. But it's Storm Spirit that is 8 for 3, and there's of course a lot of lanes that are getting denied by this Sand King. And look at that, Shadow Shaman is level 2 also, and now we see Sand King getting some levels. In the meantime, on the bottom lane, it is the Morphin that is free farming. He is top of the charts. He is 17 for 8, which is a lot higher than the second highest, which is actually the Queen of Pain at 12. Darkseid not able to get that much, but at least he's getting experience, so should not complain. We might have a go in this middle lane, everybody, or on the top lane rather. Nope, they won't be able to do it. We'll back off. Go on the middle lane, however. Queen of Pain, very low. Has to blink out. Does do so. Up to herself.
Yeah, she's got a lot of bar charges as well, so she's not going to be going down anytime soon. Considering, I think Quap at mid against Invoker, I think Quap is one of the only heroes that can actually have enough nukes to actually out-regen the the Invoker, which is a really nice thing to go, because Invoker really relies on his advantage of being able to kind of have a Imba regen to be able to outlane someone here. Now looking back at top, the Sand King is going to try to find someone. It's going to burn straight the Ezreal. Here comes the, oh, they're going to grab the Panda instead. Here comes the charge though. Oh man, there's a grab on that, but Storms are so low at the moment. Going to try to get the kill, but he did get first blooded himself before taking out the Panda. So that's going to be a little bit of an extra gold going towards the, yeah, that was. Wait, what?
The Brewmaster got killed by, well,
yeah,
Keeper of the Light got the
the
kill on the Storm Spirit, so that was that.
Yeah, I was a little confused about that. It would have been nice if Brewmaster got that, though. And then meanwhile, at bottom, with the help of Enigma, Morphling was able to get a kill on the Darkseer. That's going to help out towards his next item as well.
Yeah,
he's already got bottle and
in the meantime, Shadow Shaman slightly out of position. Is going to get killed off by the Keeper of the Light in this middle lane. Almost was able to kill off the Keeper of the Light though, but just not enough, and that is just the wrong side of the river for him at this stage of the game. I mean, he is still just level 3. He's not where he would want to be, indeed. Invoker in the meantime, 17 for 2. He's not able to outlast its Queen of Pain in mid, but that is okay, I believe. I mean, he'll get that later. He's going for a Quas Wax build, so he's aiming on burning the mana of his opponents, which is actually pretty useful, especially if he versus one Sand King, burning his mana so he can't epicenter, and of course versus Storm Spirit so he can blink around a lot less. And Shadow Shaman is actually pretty mana heavy as well, so good spec for him there, as we see Queen of Pain landing Shadow Strike, but getting cold snapped instead. She's actually sticking around there though, 2 bottle charges making her cocky. And Invoker, he's fine, like I said, he's going for Quas, he is survivable, he is tanky, and he is regenning at top speed, as well as we see another ganking coming on the bottom lane. Enigma coming from the side, there will be a Malefice. We see Darkseer trying to get away from the other side, but will be finding the illusions. First one, Islands first, Ion Shells on top of that one. Malefice now, is it going to be turning into kill? I don't think so, not anymore, not with this Enigma so low life, and not with the Morphling, just continuing to farm.
Yeah, pushing back the Darkseer in this case is really nice. Enigma do have to be careful. He's sitting around with only 200 HP at the moment, and Darkseer unfortunately does not have vacuum just yet, so they don't know about that. The Darkseer can find some sort of outplay potential from that. Now looking back at mid, this is a 6-minute rune. Where is it? I think did someone take the 6-minute rune already? Yeah, Queen of Pain took. Wait, no, that was the 4-minute
illusion
rune, right?
rune? No, there's 2 illusions runes in a row.
Oh, okay. No, it's not. That's the same illusion room. She bottled it and then activated it. Wow, we're a little confused right now.
Well, there we are indeed. Well, no rune for the 6-minute then in that case. So there we go.
And your cat is bothering you again.
Yeah.
Alright, so looking at the Panda not really getting that good of a CS at all. Only 12 CS in this lane, but that's because the Ezreal's got 13 in his, because he's been just continuously nuking down this wave, trying to get some pressure on this tower, but this tower is not really going down at all. Storm has got the bottle, so he's got to be a bit for that mana boots. And yeah, I apologize for missing this kill on bottom. That was just another easy kill with the Enigma and Morphling. Now they're going to try to find something to go on for the top lane here. Storm Spirit is going to just continuously eating those Illuminates, and he's got to be forced to back up. He's not really having too good of a CS himself. He's got 31. That's not bad. Just a little bit behind the Akasha and the Morphling. Actually using his ultimate, wasting mana like that. That's not good. It's not good. Now he has no opportunity to be able to gank anymore. The Rasta and the Sand King is closing in, trying to find a kill, but without the Source or any mana, they're not going to be able to kill anyone.
No, well, they're gonna try though. At least moving there, they have got, of course, the Burst Strike that's still there. If they can find someone off position, but there's still so much mana up on that Brewmaster, so he will be able to. I'm thinking he would be level 6 if they did go on top of him. There we go. He is level 6 right now, and he would be able to split. So he is fine with that, as well as he went to his stats after Thunderclap. So having indeed enough mana to and clap and ulti, as well as we see Darkseer again with the Malefice. Will be able to get away this time. No, he won't. This time no black hole used as the previous time, but that's because it was still on cooldown. But another kill, that is 3 on the bottom lane in favor of the Radiant side. All 3 picked up by the Morphling. Enigma though in a lot of trouble. Queen of Pain, is she going to be able to get it? Enigma trying to TP out, will be able to do so. Queen of Pain backing out from the Outlaws and a threatening Morphling who is level 9 already. With a level 7 Queen of Pain, that's not something you want to be at. So she backs off again towards the middle lane. And one thing to note here is that on the bottom half of the map, there are no wards for either side. There is 2 wards up for the Radiant side, 1 on the top rune and 1 in the forest, just in case there's going to be a gank, which of course you need to be doing if you have your lane outnumbering your opponent's lane, especially if you know that there's someone there. And actually a ward just got placed, as I said that. Dire ward placed so that this next time Enigma comes in, the Darkseer will be able to get it. But I'm thinking that's a bit slightly too late. In the meantime, top lane they're gonna go on the Morph on the Storm Spirit, who won't be able to get anywhere, who will probably die from the last hit from the Brewmaster, and that was a mana leak being used successfully to kill off the Storm Spirit. That is one very useful spell against that Storm Spirit for sure.
And now looking through the jungle of the Dire side, look at how huge that creep camp is. With the pull, with the Akasha coming into with that Scream of Pain as well, this wave is going to get farmed. That's going to give so much experience for the team. It's almost like taking out an Ancients camp as a team. Yeah, the Rasa is almost 6. Same with the Sand King, and Akasha just kind of went in there to get some XP. Probably shouldn't have been there, but if she wasn't needed for the Scream of Pain, but she was. Back looking at the Morphling now, the Morphling's got 2k gold in his bank, on top of having treads and bottle. That's a lot of farm. That's because he's been farming pretty much unopposed at bottom, as well as he's been getting kills off on the Darkseer as well. That's going to work towards his next item, which could be a Manta, could be the Ethereal Blade, but I think a Ethereal Blade in this case would actually do him wonders, just be able to pick off heroes left and right with it. So I haven't bought anything yet, just kind of waiting it out to see what's going to happen. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, and we saw the Queen of Pain with the smoke up. He went to the TP to the bottom lane, tried to go for the Morphling, attempted to do his Sonic Wave, but decided not to, and now there's a TP and Invoker there. Darkseer, is he gonna die again? Yes, he is. And Morphling picks up the kill once again. Queen of Pain now wishes she didn't TP there. Gonna take a Malefist and gonna be put in a black hole and will go down for sure. And it is this time the Invoker that picks up the kill, but Morphling having the bottom lane of his life right here. And in the meantime, though, Tier 1 tower does go down on the top lane because there was nobody there left there to do anything. We do have the Storm Spirit now getting revenge from the Keeper of the Light. There goes the Blinding Light and the Mana Leak. No more mana left on the Storm Spirit, as he has a regen rune though, so should be still fine. Maybe try to bait it out, but he has to make sure that Keeper of the Light stops attacking it. But Keeper of the Light not aiming to. He is continuing to go here. And there is the regen rune, making sure that he's alive once more. Meantime, though, Shadow Shaman was able to destroy the tower because he is level 6, picked up the Tier 1 tower, making sure that the tower count stays even on both sides. And this Darkseer is back upside the bottom lane. And Morphling, though, level 11 versus level 8. It is not a good lane for this Darkseer. Morphling, who has almost got 3k gold. In the meantime, Storm Spirit, middle lane, able to pick up the Invoker. Brewmaster, able to back off. If he doesn't, though, he can still split, so he is just fine. As Queen of Pain tries to blink away, but won't be able to do so. Enigma gonna be picking up that kill with this clap, doing so much damage to that Queen of Pain. The Storm Spirit, level 8. I mean, he still leveled pretty fast considering he was on a dual lane. Meantime, I'm sorry, again, Morphling, Darkseer, seriously, at some point you would expect Darkseer to learn from that lane and just either leave the lane or, you know, run away when Morphling is coming. This Morphling is just turning into a big menace here on the bottom lane.
Yeah, he's already got 3,400 gold. That's going to be his Eagle Horn. He's still not being challenged right now. There's a lot of pressure coming from the Radiant side on this mid tower, and Morphling is going to be able to go back and heal, and then send his image back to whatever lane he wants to farm. And this is where the heroes that I said that they don't really have any hard supports, they require levels, and it's just not getting there. Sand King just barely hit level 6 right now. Shadow Shaman, he's also level 6 right now. He managed to push on the tower, but it's very, very late. It's already 13 minutes. They should have been able to make something happen around the 6, 7, 8 minute mark, but it's just way too late for them, and that's why they can make something happen now, but it's just taking them quite a bit of time, and they definitely lost a lot of opportunities as a result.
Yeah, this should be their prime time. This should be the time where they come in and start owning and stuff. That is why they have the lineup as they do: Storm Spirit, Queen of Pain, Shadow Shaman, Sentry, all those mid game heroes that are so strong. But that Darkseer, that kind of fed the Morphling. I'm not sure if that's worth it. Morphling getting turned too quick, but the duration not long enough. Epicenter being used to chase down this Enigma. Enigma will go down. Third kill of the game for CLG as they're chasing down the Morphling. Morphling deciding, no, I'm gonna turn around because Invoker's here, horses are here, and Morphling picks up the kill on the Shadow Shaman, who dropped so fast. Surge will make sure that Darkseer gets away as well as a blink on the Queen of Pain. Brew is still here though, he can still split if he wants to. Lands a Drunken Haze, the Darkseer getting slowed a lot, but they're not gonna go in on that one anymore. They're just gonna push, perhaps forcing out a team fight if they need to. Well, it looks like everybody is going back to their lanes once again. And as you said, I mean, CLG is just losing ground. This should be the time where they're big and strong and mighty, but that Morphling is just too big, and the harassment from the Keeper of the Light is just too much. Need bracers.
Yeah, I mean, what can they do right now to defend against pushes? The Keeper of the Light is just going to stay back and continue throwing down these Illuminates, while there's nothing they can do. The Storm Spirit right now is not farmed enough to kind of just jump in there and say, screw your Illuminate and kill the Kakado. It's not going to happen. As that goes the same with Queen of Pain. Jumping in there is going to probably eat like Morphling's Wave, the Cold Snap, the Stomp coming from the Panda. It's just way too many stunts coming from the Radiant team for this to happen. They're just way too behind at the moment. And now they're going to switch to bottom. Morphling is going to continue pressuring on bottom right now with Enigma. Enigma's Black Hole is up, so that's going to be a lot of potential here. At mid, it's going to be Invoker playing around with the Akasha, making sure that she doesn't really get too much AFK farm. And here comes the Valifies. Where's the Black Hole? No! Where the Black Hole is going to go grab him. Is he going to grab it? And there we go, making sure the TP also gets grabbed as well. Now here comes the Wave, grabbing the Sorcerer. Very nicely done. Ezra even throwing that. And there comes a mana leak on the Akasha. Akasha losing a lot of mana and HP, so she's going to be going back home right after that, right after TPing over to the bottom lane, and now this tower is just going to get picked off very easily for the Radiant team.
Yeah, by the way, I think I also have viewers that did not play Dota 1, so if you say Queen of Pain's name, then they don't know what you say. So Queen of Pain is probably the way to address her rather than Akasha, is what you call her. So I know that's a habit from Dota 1. Ooh, Burst Strike, Brewmaster, not gonna get us all top. Vacuum there as well, and Surge away will be enough, though I'm not sure. Top lane, having some trouble here. Sand King on the run, but normal boots for him and mana boots for the Brewmaster, so he is slightly faster. Will be, yeah, there will be a Burst Strike, and a TP will be enough. Oh, a Tornado, and that is a kill. Invoker from the sidelines. Storm Spirit in the meantime picking off the Keeper of the Light in the bottom lane. And that is gonna be a trade that they would rather not make. Yes, happy that they killed the fourth hero of the game, but losing the Sand King at this stage of the game is not what they want. Sand King was building towards a Blink Dagger, I think. I think he wants to go for that Blink Burst like Epicenter, which is of course something that they really need to be able to turn this around, because it's going to be something that they need to turn around. If you look at the gold graph, look at the experience graph, both 7.5k in their favor, and with their, I mean KP, who's looking very strong in this game. They need to do something against that. And Epicenter would have been a choice there, but he needs that, ooh, middle lane, he needs that Blink Dagger. There we go, turning himself, finished.
There's no creeps at the moment at the mid lane because of the Illuminates. That's because that just keeps on bringing down these creeps. The rewards are pretty much rendered useless. They didn't even put that much damage over it. The Keeper Light is just doing like his job on top of what he's meant to do. Like, he's warding, he's ganking, and he's even pushing back waves. He's just doing like literally everything in this game. And whereas everyone else is pretty much just doing their role as well, being a solo hero, just picking off heroes and killing heroes. And now here comes a gank on the Darkseer once again. He's just getting completely oppressed this game. Very easy pick off. Morphling is going to actually use that last second to be able to go back and heal as well. He is just everywhere in this game, and now they're going to be looking towards probably defending bottom right now. They definitely do have the capacity. Morphling still has the TP up. They're going to be TPing bottom. We're going to might see a clash there.
Yeah, we might indeed. There is indeed a TP from the Morphling. He has the Ethereal Blade ready, which he already demonstrated earlier. Shadow Shaman does not have his wards and going to get picked up by the tornado. EMP is going to burn away some of his mana as well. Actually, all of his mana. He's got nothing left. He will die. Morphling actually stealing the kill there with his adaptive strike. And Queen of Pain and Storm Spirit is gonna try to get away. Ethereal Blade, Queen of Pain at least able to get away from that one. But they are on the chase. I mean, they're on the back foot for sure. Look at that Radiant team. They're just looking for kills, looking for ways to get a kill. Queen of Pain's haste rune is making sure that she stays alive. Tower is still getting a rest, so at least the tower alone. Here comes the Invoker TPing back here. And gets a cold snap up on the Storm Spirit. Sand King picking up a Blink Dagger still, by the way, so has that tornado. Picks up the yeah, there we go. Picks up the Storm Spirit and Keeper of Light finishing it off. And that is gonna be at least a tier 1 tower down, but I don't think that was worth it. Not worth dying for a Storm Spirit that is supposed to be carrying this game, who's building towards a Orchid of the Malevolence to be able to at least silence the Morphling so he can morph into strength perhaps, or so that the Enigma can't put up his black hole. There's so many heroes to silence in this opponent team, so that is a good item to have for sure. The question is, who do you want to have first?
Yeah, there's not really a lot of options for Storm Spirit right now. He is just he's way too fragile to make anything happen. He went for the tread, so that would try to give him a bit more tankiness if he does decide to go in. The Orchid right now is very, very late as well. Morphling's already halfway into his Manta style, so that's going to be rendered obsolete to use on the Morphling. Now they're going to grab another tower. They're going to be moving towards mid. Morphling actually TP mid is going to try to look for the Shadow Shaman. Is going to just go down very, very easily, and he's going to be able to grab the next root as well, and then swing top. He's Morphling just having such a huge momentum in this game. It's just kills after kills, and then getting farm in between as well.
Yeah, he is really having a great game here. I mean, he is 10-0, and that is just very painful for the Dire team. I mean, like I said earlier, they pick up that team to have the chance to, you know, have the momentum mid-game before Morphling gets too big. But because Morphling was our lane where he wasn't shut down, was able to get kills, he is just getting big so fast. Normally he's this big around 20 to 30 minutes, 25 to 30 minutes. But right now we're 20 minutes in. He has an Ethereal Blade, he has an Ultimate Orb, he's got 2200 gold in the bank, and he is a happy Morphling for sure, and he is continuing farming. He's not done just yet. And if they want to go in to kill him right now, they will need every single hero that they have, and they need the Epicenter, and they need a Vortex, and a good Sonic Wave if they want to get Morphling down before he kills off any one of those heroes. In the meantime, we have in the middle lane, Horse is going through EMP as well. Queen of Pain is already dead before that though, Invoker picking up the kill. And everybody of the Dire side hiding in their base, can't go anywhere anymore. And they don't have that hard carry. Normally, if you see a team in this situation, you know that they have a hard carry somewhere farming to still have a chance for their team to make it back up. But they don't have that. They need those team fights as well with the Darkseer, and we haven't seen a group Epicenter yet, at least not that one that was just solo to kill off an Enigma that we saw earlier. But they need that combination that I said during the draft: Vacuum, Epicenter, Sonic Wave, and maybe also Storm Spirit, a Vortex there to hold someone back and Shadow Shaman Wards. That would be ideal. But those three heroes that I mentioned first, they need to have the combination at some point. That is their hope.
Yeah, and also take this into consideration that at the moment there is no mech on the Dire side. At this point of the game, especially when they have a lot of heroes that's supposed to be jumping in, they need a mech to keep themselves alive. They don't have that because none of the heroes was able to kind of go for it, and that's why they're kind of dying out. And the other team, Enigma, just staying back. He's going to be able to have that mech very easily. And if they're going to try to find someone here, who are they going to find? They're going to find the Invoker. Invoker throws 3 people in the air, and everyone's just extremely low already. They're going to be forced to back up. Ward is being laid, not really making too much of an impression. And Storm Spirit getting focused down by the stone is going to get permanent stun. He goes down. Rasta or Shadow Shaman already went down a number of times now. Continue chasing. Sand King is going to get chased. GG has been called. This obviously was not premature. You see it coming. This was just a very depressing game for the Dire side.
They were trying to get the combination Epicenter Burst Strike. They didn't even start to go with the Epicenter. Trying to pick up one hero that they thought was by themselves, but then ended up in a team fight that they weren't ready to take. So it will be KP that will be victorious in this match, will be victorious over CLG. Of course, they did play with 2 Stallions, but I have to say KP is really playing well this entire weekend. If you have watched the other matches that they played this weekend, if you didn't, then please do so, because they were quite good. But yeah, this was a 4PL match. This was a match for round number 5. There will be 7 rounds in total before we reach the grand finals, I believe. Grand finals will be played on a different day, though. As I just got told, their date is not yet set. But as soon as I know more, it will of course also depend on the teams, which teams will be going through. And as soon as that is known, then we'll see that. But until then, we are still having some matches to go before we reach to that point where we know who's going to be in the finals. So stay tuned for more Dota 2 action coming right up. My name is Sheever, his name is Doc, and we'll be coming right back to you with more Dota 2 action.